Can we build a breakout strategy using pivot points? And if yes, how good that strategy would be, considering we would like to build a day trading strategy? Let's explore it today, and let me show you how I built a pivot point based breakout strategy just in a few minutes. So let's get to it.
All you need are breakouts, set your spirit free.
Okay, welcome back, all the breakout trading fans and specialists. Let's talk about pivot points today. So I'm going to do another quick breakout strategies prototyping in BreakoutOS. And today I'm going to talk about point of initiation in form of a pivot point. So overall, pivot points are very strong support and resistance levels in markets. And if you're not familiar with pivot points, you can ask ChatGPT. It will explain to you what it is, how it works. Either way, I'm going to try if we can build a strategy, a NASDAQ strategy, breakout strategy, where we actually take pivot point as a point of initiation and we add a space multiplier to it to calculate breakout levels and see if we can create some nice breakout trading foundational models based on the pivot. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add pivot points into the chart, and I'm going to use pivot points based on the close of the day 4 p.m. So obviously markets have pre-market, main market, and aftermarket, and for NASDAQ we would consider the end of the session Chicago time to be 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Chicago time, the end of the regular trading session. So let's add 3 pivot points, and I'll show you in a second. And let's try them with a space calculated as average true range period 5, 20, and 40. And let's also try just vanilla plain true range without any optimization or optimizable input. Now, let me load E-mini NASDAQ 60 minutes data, and let's see what it looks like. So here we actually have pivot points. So this is the main pivot, closing at 1600. This is resistance pivot, and this is support pivot. So very strong barriers. You can already see visually very strong barriers in the market. Actually, you see how market is bouncing from the support, how support can become a resistance. It's quite obvious there is something about pivot points. You see, like, these look like very meaningful levels, and I'm curious if we can use them as point of initiations for breakout trading. Let's see if we have the true range here as well. Yes, so we have all the calculations. Okay, so let's now quickly prototype breakout trading strategies using pivot point as a point of initiation. Let's do long only, 1 entry per day, the entire trading range. Let's do end of the day exit at the end of the day. So that means a day trading strategy. Very simple. We're just prototyping vanilla plain foundational model to see if there would be some viability in it. We can always add some indicators as filters later. And now if we just search the space, we will see how well it does. And okay, here we are. So we have multiple different foundational breakout models here where we use pivot point as a point of initiation, and then different versions of the space. So this is 2.2 multiplied by true range. Super simple model, super simple foundational breakout model. Looks quite all right. And these are in sample data only. So this is before last 3 years. And we can see these models perform actually quite well. Most of the space multiplier or average true range multiplier produces positive results. So the space robustness score is really high, 92% here, 80% here, 100% here, wow, 60% here. So overall looks like pivot points have some good and robust foundation. Now we have to see if they can perform well in true or unseen data in out of sample. So I would probably consider this pivot point model, pivot point support 1, 2.2 times of true range, edit as a breakout level. Let's see how it would hold in out of sample. And wow, actually this is pretty nice. Again, we do have some drawdowns. Don't worry about these. No any indicators here at the moment, not at all. And if we see only neighbor values are still positive. So that's not actually bad. That's some meaningful foundation. So let's see what would be the robustness. So 2.2 would be the preferred multiplier of true range, and in the robustness test, if we have a look at 2.2, we can actually see in the walk forward analysis that last 3 years that will be number one winner on the unseen data, number one winner, and before it would be second, third, second place. So the overall score is pretty high, and this looks like a pretty good foundational model. And again, I explained all these metrics in past videos or in the masterclass. You can go to the list of these videos and watch the entire masterclass on how building strategies. It's a free masterclass on this YouTube channel, but so far so good. So let's check the robustness index, and if we have a look, space 2.2 is not the highest, it's just 62%, but it's still good robustness. And if we check selected neighbor values, so 2 and 2.0, it's actually orange, moderate, but we're very close to 60%. So it's just here we miss 1 point and 2% points. Otherwise, we would be close to good robustness. So it's not the best model, not the most robust model, but still quite all right with very, very good recent performance. And that's what I'm really always, like very happy to see that the recency is good, because we want to know that our foundational model do produce something reasonable on the recent data. And if we check 2.2 here, it's an average win percentage. Okay, and let's see net profit drawdown ratio. Okay, it's actually very high. It's green. It's among top performers, so that's good as well. So I mean, this is quite all right foundational model. It's probably not the best in the world, but you see it produces positive results with any multiplier. That's a very good robustness sign. Overall, let's check pivot R1. It's actually the most robust one. It works in most combinations of ATR and multipliers. So 88% robustness level just for the pivot R1 component alone, and even the S1 is quite all right, 86%. Whereas the pivot itself, the main one, not a high of a score. So I mean, this pivot S1 looks reasonable, and actually this plain model, if we reveal all the data, on average making $15,000 per year. That's not bad. It's about $1,300 per month. So let me pick it, and let's see if we can actually improve it with protective stop loss. And again, stop loss usually is added after we also have some filters, but looks like we could have actually some improvement. Let me do quick stop loss and profit target optimization. Let's see if this is actually NASDAQ, so we have to start with really reasonable stop loss like 2,000 and profit target also 2,000. I mean, this is very volatile market. We cannot work just with a small stop loss here. But let's have a look. Let's see what happens here if we can get it better with a stop loss. And actually, we would have to use some protective stop loss, which would be triggered 6.2 times. That's quite a lot. Let me switch off the profit target. So the stop loss would improve, net profit drawdown would be improved quite a lot. Now, don't worry about high drawdowns right now. Again, there is no indicator to serve as a filter. This is really just a foundational model. And again, I already created a couple of videos here. What is a foundational model? We definitely can improve net profit drawdown ratio. That's good. So, I mean, but the average trade goes down. I mean, I would probably add stop loss later once we finalize with some filter. But the foundational model so far, all right, doable. So we definitely can build something on pivot points, right? So that's the exercise here. Can we build something on pivot points? And let me actually cross-validate now on other indexes. Okay, let me validate on E-mini Russell 2000, E-mini S&P 400, E-mini Dow Jones, E-mini Nikkei, E-mini S&P 500. And let's see what we get here. And actually, let's do without stop loss optimization because we did not use any stop loss in our foundation model. And it's pretty good, I would say. Nikkei, very nice. Good foundational model for Nikkei. Maybe even better than for the NASDAQ. Wow. E-mini S&P, not bad. Obviously needs some filter, but not bad. YM, again, definitely needs some filter, but not bad for a foundational model. RTY, it's always a challenge. It's a little bit more bearish market, so it's hard to get cross-validation on RTY. But overall, if we have a look, it's not bad. I mean, we cross-validated positively on 6 out of 6 markets all the time. 5 out of 6 last 3 years and 6 out of 6 last 1 year. That's actually very good. So I think this is a very powerful foundational model. I think pivot points are actually fantastic initial points or point of initiation in breakout trading. Now, of course, we can also remove some very bad days of the week. So for example, Friday, it's a catastrophic day. Friday, Thursday, and actually if we only trade this model on Monday and Tuesday, I mean, have a look guys, fantastic average trade, really high average trade, meaningful net profit drawdown ratio for a foundational model, cross-validates nicely on other markets as well, especially on Monday. We have a very good cross-validation here on all of them. I mean, super interesting pivot point foundational model, definitely tradable, definitely pass a lot of robustness testing criteria. I think you can use this one. You can add your own filter, trade it on Monday or Monday and Tuesday and have a very nice strategy. We can also generate a full code here. So for example, here is the explanation like in a pseudocode how the pivot points are calculated. Here is explanation in TradeStation. Okay, so you can read here a little bit how it's calculated, but very nice. So I'm happy with the results here, and yes, we definitely can have a good strategy based on a pivot point, and it's a very powerful model. Very doable. By the way, all the analysis has been done in the BreakoutOS. That's a professional platform to build strategies. Professional breakout trading strategies. Build, analyze, improve, and launch them. And this was module from the BreakoutOS called Build Robust and Viable Foundational Breakout Models. And again, everything is explained in the there's a full training and everything is explained in the platform how it works. So that's about it. Let me know, what do you think, guys? Do you like it? Do you like pivot points? Do you use them? Would you use them in your breakout trading? Let me know. I think this is really promising. Next week I'll bring another useful tip for you. So that's all for now. Happy trading.